Meet FufuHunter. Welcome to Torpid Casts. Today we're going to be watching Fufu playing as the lovely, pretty, glowing warlock over here. And he's going to be facing Stoned Elfboy. Quite a vet. Quite a veteran Lord Commissar player. I mean, we are going back many, many years when we're talking about Stoned Elfboy. Not the best Lord Commissar around, even if he is a veteran. Probably Floyd skill tier. What that means to you, I don't know. It's going to be variable to each person. To many of you viewers who don't play the game, that will be a very good player. To some of you who have participated in tournaments, it may mean something a bit more precise. But let's see how it's going to go. I must have known the matchup here. Fufu not opting for any Banshees on this map. Going to be going for Triple Guardians initially. Good map for the Eldar fighting IG because you've got these annoying tank traps. And I always say tank traps are the bane of IG because they rely on the Sentinel early on to break a lot of cover, but the Sentinel cannot crush tank traps. So it is uncrushable green cover, which is fantastic when you want to deal with the IG and not bleed too much. Guardians right here though, not in cover, getting shot by the multi-las of the Sentinel and some las guns as well from the Guardsman. Commissar's going to be engaging here. This looks like a terrible engagement for Stoned. For Fufu. A good engagement for Stoned. Bleeding the Guardsman quite a lot over here. Okay, I'm just going to retreat the Guardsman there. Probably would have been wise to disengage the Guardsman, send them to cap this wreck. Rotate the Sentinel down and around to get the poke on the Warlock primarily. A little too committed, and now the Guardians are basically pushing off this Sentinel. This Guardian squad needs to be careful though, could get wiped by the commie. You got to respect the pistol DPS on that Commissar. 17 DPS with his pistol is the highest sidearm DPS by any hero by default in the game. And yeah, that Guardian gets out with 10 HP, 7 HP, and one of those pistol shots missed. Yikes, that's cutting it way too close. First Shuriken is going to be coming out for Fufu. Only just getting a generator now, that seems a little late. No gens for Stoned, which is a mistake as well. He's floating massively. Could have Kadishan Devils coming out already if he wants them. Kadishans are a funny one. They'll beat Guardians one-on-one on the sidelines, and IEDs are very effective, but Rangers being so cheap by default now, as well as having that Doom effect, they can be quite good just with Shuriken pistols. Long rifles as well will put a lot of pressure onto the Sentinel, and that can mitigate a lot of the value of the Kadishan Devils. Certainly in a big army versus army fight. Immolator Warlock, which is already coming, combined with Triple Guardians. It's going to be pretty brutal for Kadishan Devils. A little miss micro there with the Commissar getting too close to a Shuriken. Going to be forced off. No upgrades for him yet. As I say, we've got the Immolator. Now wants to start dropping down some more gens, I would say. You have a choice. Do you go fast Immolator? Or do you go for double Shurikens, then drop a gen, then get a war gear like the Immolator? So he's obviously Fufu here, opted for the Immolator. It means he's spent more power initially. Now he's going to have to drop more gens, but by going for an upgrade, he is lowering his pop, and so he's paying less upkeep. So this is nice and efficient compared to having a so-called naked Warlock but an extra Shuriken or a Ranger squad. Now, this provides a little bit of a window for Stoned Elfboy to exploit the IEDs whilst the Eldar have no detection. So let's see if he can do that. Obviously Fufu should be aware of that now that he's seen the Kadishan Devils in play. Guardians here, not in a good spot. Guardsmen caught them kind of out of cover. Okay, they found the cover, they should be alright. Guardsmen themselves need to get into cover. They have the Sergeant en route, which is very important if they are going to be doing some sort of trading. Nice there to suppress the Kadishans, then hit them with the Immolate. Good damage. No Destructor yet though. Destructor going on instead to the Guardsman on the side. Is this an IED? Really? You're going to place an IED so blatantly? Okay. Guardsman getting wrecked over here. They never took cover. They could have took cover in the barbed wire here, or they could have built a concrete block, which would have been even more effective. Looks like the Sentinel, though, on the sidelines did manage to rout the Guardian weapons team there. I'm going to rotate and try and handle these Guardians. Guardians need to get into cover, which they do. But the Sentinel's getting repairs and already kills a model. That's a bad situation for the Guardians. Yeah, they're going to run to the tank traps because that's green cover, not yellow cover, like the barbed wire. They're not in cover though, apparently. Wow. Nice destructor. Cool little enfilade there from Fufu. So, yeah, a little bit late on his 3rd gen there. Stoned already has his gen, so Stone's economy is looking pretty good. Going to be getting to tier 2 pretty damn soon, actually. Stoned, good at upkeeping that there. Fufu messed up his economic micromanagement ever so slightly, but he's not going to be massively behind. Okay, he's kind of pushing it right now with the Warlock. Trying to stay in play with the green cover. DPS down the Sentinel, but this is so risky. The Sentinel can pursue you in retreat. Can the Commissar start his... No. Couldn't start his melee charge and start getting some pistol shots. That could be in the end of the Warlock, if so. But not going to happen. Let's see if this IED is going to be influential. Not really played on this map much, so I'm not familiar with the IED positions. That looks good. Oh, he didn't do it. Oh, he didn't do it. I don't know how much line of sight you get on your IEDs now. They nerfed the line of sight, so he might have not had any time to react. If you can't see the enemy walking, you're not going to be able to make those plays, which dramatically weakens the power of the IEDs. Makes them only really good on capping points where an enemy will stay static for a very long time, or on retreat point if you've sort of planned it. Let's see. So, Stoned actually floated quite a bit there, it looked like. Because he's not that far ahead in tech, and I felt like he should have been further ahead. Guardsman constantly going down the sidelines there. A nice setup here for the IG, flanking with the Comet to go into the Shuriken. Shuriken already took quite a lot of damage there from an old Reliable and a bit of Pew Pew from the Sen. No battle equipment on these Guardians. There's the Destructor Immolator 1-2. Shuriken really would have been a lot better if it was covering the Commissar here. Finally, Fufu reacting and splitting up his units, but a little bit slow there. The Commissar's going to get a lot of bleed in. These Guardians definitely will want to get their Warlock upgrade. They need to be a bit more robust than this. They're bleeding quite a bit. Ooh, range damage over time potential from the Immolator. Might kill the Commissar. Range attack. There you go. Gets the Commissar. He's using the Webway Gate for the heal as well. Check out that healing. That will mitigate the Lasguns quite a lot. These Guardsmen are going to get shut down. They were mostly going in for the decap. Now they got a retreat. A lot of damage on them. And yeah, tank traps, man. Absolutely screws over the Sentinel. And you can see the range attacks here with the Immolator do that damage over time, and it makes them actually quite potent. Absolute pain in the ass. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So annoying that he can do this. No bleed, of course. Going for Wraithguard first. I've actually totally just got discouraged with Wraithguard. Now that IG don't do big, atrocious blob fights against you, it kind of makes Wraithguard feel shit. Stormtroopers are on the field, Kadishan Devils are on the field. These are going to be hit and running, as is a Frag Missile Sentinel. And so, I'm not really sure what Wraithguard are going to achieve. The Guardsmen aren't trading, they're just running around capping and repairing. And the Commissar is one of the biggest threats, and he literally is a counter to the frickin' Wraithguard. So yeah, I don't like Wraithguard. I like going Warp Spiders now. And I also like picking up a Wraith Lord. I don't like the Falcon if the Sentinel's alive. If the Sentinel's dead, then I can go for a Falcon. But 5 missiles from the Sentinel killing a Falcon just feels bad. It's so risky as well with Stormtroopers potentially grabbing Melter Guns, and then you've got the Execute as well. It's just, yeah, it's scary. I like Wraith Lord. Wraith Lord plus Warp Spiders into Wartark, something like that, along with a bunch of fully upgraded Guardians, can do pretty damn good. If they go Ogrins, then you can get more Shurikens. But usually the enemy IG would have Spotters as well, which would mitigate the Shurikens. In this case, Stone doesn't have Spotters, so it might actually be a decent idea. I like that the Wraithguard are going in first here and sort of sweeping the mines. They don't get knocked over and they don't get suppressed by the mines exploding, unlike Guardians, so it's actually quite effective. I'd like to see more webway gates coming up from Fufu, as he does get the red. He doesn't have the red right now. That'll be useful to keep healing these Wraithguard. That's one of the good things about them. They do tank damage quite effectively. Here we go, triple Guardians with Warlock. Gonna use Embolden for more damage. Focus firing down the Sentinel. It has double repairs on it. And we have Disruption from the Commissar. Commissar having the Power Sword right now. Should do some work. Wraithguard need to unload on the Sentinel. They're hunting... Oh dear. I don't know what they're doing. Massively overextending is what they're doing, and they're just going to get tied up by the Lord Commissar. Great. Brilliant. Not very effective. Is that... Oh, he's got the Sergeant now in tier 2. On both the squads. Okay, interesting. Huh. I've been seeing people going for the Commissar, and I actually like that, because the Commissar actually is less upkeep than the Sergeant. And the Sergeant basically does no combat DPS, but the Commissar is essentially a tactical Space Marine Sergeant in power, whilst being die last, and he gives you the really nice ability to cancel a retreat if you get hit by a grenade or something and you can't get out of it. You can hit retreat and then cancel it for one Guardsman, which is well worth it. So I do like spending the extra power in tier 2 to go for Commissars instead of Guardsmen, Sergeants. But Stoned hasn't done that. He's gone for Sergeants. He's now getting double heavy weapons team, which seems absolutely mental. I have to assume that these are going to be autocannons because... Well, heavy bolters don't suppress Wraithguard, who can just walk up and annihilate them whilst they're set up and can't dodge. So, that would be weird. Yeah, I don't know. I find that very strange, to be honest. What the heck? Double heavy weapons team. That is so weird. Maybe he expects a vehicle, in which case you can have a second one for like a last cannon. But I don't know. I really don't know what the purpose of this heavy weapons team is. Maybe to cover your Sentinel in case the triple Guardians try and rush it down again. But it's not really that big of a deal. Assault Kit Stormtroopers on the sidelines, kind of a no-brainer. Really nice DPS and really nice range as well on these guys. Infiltration as well. No detection here for Fufu apart from the very close range detection of Guardian Warlocks. And they even have frag grenades too. I'm using the flare right now literally just to get line of sight for the Sentinel. He wants to push forward. Of course, Fufu has this central VP right now. This is a bit of a tricky map in terms of sorting out the VPs. Oh, we do see Commissars over here. I like it. Using his Commissar Guardsman squad for the side cap so he can retreat like this and break it if he needs to. We took a lot of AoE damage there, which was a bit poor. Probably should have retreated a little bit earlier. I wouldn't bother executing these now. They've got such low HP, they're not going to be that helpful. Oh, shit! Fucking hell. He detected it. Oh my god. He detected it with the Warlock leader, but he still blew it up on top of his spiders. That's expensive, man. 4 warp spiders lost there to that IED. Jeez. And we do have an autocannon. Where's the other heavy weapons team? Yeah, that's a heavy bolter. Okay, interesting. Weird. Yeah, I found that a bit sus. Probably want the Cloak of Shadows. We've already got it. So that's really good for the... You just get it for the passive stat boosts, basically. Look at how little damage the Warlock is taking right now. Because while he has that ability active, he takes 50% less damage. It doesn't even say that there. It makes your allies take 15% reduced damage, but you take 50%. So you can combine that with Distort Field and become immune to damage for a little bit of time. A lot of DPS going in. Commissar, though, proccing specials. Can that kill the Warlock with the damage boost it's giving the AKST? Yep. Assault Kit Stormtroopers do manage to take it out. Man, these guys are so good. Commissar got Bionic Eye and Stubbornness right now. All the focus fire from the Wraithguard and the Triple Guardians did manage to take out the Sentinel. And the autocannon was routed as well. Just going to flank around with the Guardians, I assume, right now. They're all damage boosted thanks to Embolden. Needs to be quite careful with the Stormtroopers right now, actually. He's going in for a frag, but if Fufu detects it... the frag kind of just missed anyway. Lol. What the hell? I was going to say, if Fufu detects it, he can move into retreat path and grenade. No, he can't. He doesn't have any grenades. He never got battle equipment. And he didn't go into melee with the Stormtroopers until way too late. Holy shit, Fufu. The Warlocks there on the Guardian squads would have definitely killed those Stormtroopers. He's nearly got them anyway. If he stopped and focus fired instead of moving for that whole time, he definitely would have wiped out the Stormtrooper squad. And that is a huge... What even is it? It would have been a huge victory for Fufu had he killed the Stormtroopers. It's like a huge throw that he didn't. That would have helped him tremendously. Fufu is the one that's going to be going to tier 3 first. Guardsmen are back on the point. They're actually getting flamers. Mid to late game flamers. That's very weird. They're kind of on the wrong side of the map though for the flamers. They're not going to be able to put pressure on the farm really, so I don't really like that purchase. I mean, as a combat weapon against Guardians, I guess it's stronger than las guns, but not by much. I don't think it's worth it. This is nice. Commissar's a little bit too forward right now from the Guardsman, so he's not getting his stubbornness heal, and the spiders will be basically your best tool to deal with him. Man. Stormtroopers though against spiders, and an autocannon too? Yikes. This is a lot of damage. These guys need to get the hell out of here. So the question is really, what is Fufu going to get in tier 3? I kind of feel like it should be a Seer Council. I feel like the Fire Prism on this map's really weak. Firing lines are honestly horrendous. You can't fire through like here. You can't fire through these walls either. It's really quite a nightmare to use a tank on this map. Loads of tank traps everywhere which you can't crush, and they mess up your pathfinding. But for the same reasons that tanks are bad... Oh, that's a good grenade. Oh, jeez. Wow. Not a lot of kills there, but that was a lot of damage. Definitely worth it. Now all the IG Pew Pew is going to be pretty brutal, as is the autocannon. Oh, nice though. You've got the heal from the Warlock gate. That's good. Focus fire the Commissar. Shocked the autocannon wasn't firing at the Guardians earlier. Has he got the Cloak of Shadows? He does. I was wondering. He's very tanky. Nice. Gets in the cover. Still tanking thanks to the Cloak of Shadows. God, that's such a good ability against IG. Makes him so resilient against range damage. And of course it buffs the ranged resist of nearby Eldar as well. Yeah, just absolutely manhandled the IG in a straight up trade there. I don't know what this heavy bolter heavy weapons team is all about. I'd understand if there were Banshees, and to an extent it will help deal with Seer Council. Oh my god. Warlock! No! The Warlock died to it. Oh dear. What was he looking at? I don't know. Yeah, he's kind of not on that IED, which is interesting. Yeah, weird. I still hate that the Eldar Guardian Warlocks detect mines. It's so dumb. I think Seer Council would have been the shout, because they have an aura which gives everything around them more damage resistance against ranged. Flamer's proving very useful here. Talk about a counter to tank traps there. That is what Flamers can do. Yeah, they're good for one-on-one fights against Guardians for sure. They will, yeah, totally mitigate any cover, which is very helpful. Yeah, get the Seers, buff up the range DR and everything, and then you've already got Spiders, right? So that's a snare, so if Stoned gets a tier 3 and gets a Lehman, you have the snare and you can go for heavy melee Seers. And then you can get Falshoe's Wing accessory for more damage and speed on your Seers with heavy melee, and you will be able to crush any Lehman Russ. Riftguard. Absolutely annihilating that heavy weapons team. A bit of a misplay there from Stoned Elf to just eat that, like he's going to eat this. Lucky that this Riftguard's having a seizure, not attacking. That damage should have came out a lot sooner, but poor play from Stoned Elf, honestly. He should have retreated out before these two fired and he wouldn't have lost so many models. Again, don't know what the heavy weapons team is doing right now. He's going to get wrecked by the Riftguard. And obviously it should have been tying up well, not tying up, but you know, shutting down the Warlock. Going for a bunker as well against Eldar is absolutely mental when Riftguard can destroy this thing so fast. That's good play. Covers the Wraith Guard from the Commissar with his Shuriken. Yeah, a wasted flare basically. Shaking my head in real life right now. Stoned, you are embarrassing the IG players right now with this gameplay. His micro is clearly getting overwhelmed. He's an old gentleman now. An old gentleman. Sneaky little Flaming Guardsmen have managed to get down here, take the natural off Fufu. I mean, Fufu must be going for an avatar, right? He's got crazy resources. Oh god, Guardsmen getting shut down pretty hard there by Wraith Guard. This is the one thing Wraith Guard can do well. They tank, right? They're very good at taking piercing shots. They are heavy infantry. If they're eating the Assault Kit Stormtrooper shots, it means that the Spiders aren't. And that's a good day for you as a support Spider. They claimed a medical bunker. Baited into the Shuriken again. Yeah, I'm not sure what Stone is doing. He needs to get tier 3. He's got a crazy amount of resources. Get tier 3, motherfucker. He is way ahead on VPs. He has time. Fufu now is going for the Seers. Oh my god, he's floated like crazy for that. He could have got them so long ago. Is he pop capped? Hold on. No, he's not. I don't know, maybe he was when he had full squads. Confused. I would just destroy this medical bunker if I'm Fufu. You're not going to hold this position for all this time. This is way too long. And this was a stupid idea, attacking his entire army just with Wraith Guard. They're tanky, but they're not that tanky, for God's sake. Double Guardsmen, Stormtroopers, Cadishans, Heavy Weapons Team. Okay, you know what? I don't dislike this Eldritch. Oh my god, Stone walked right into it. What is he doing? Oh my god. He sent the fucking Guardsman into the bunker with the Eldritch on top of it. Jesus Christ, Stoned. Okay, this is just sloppy all around. Holy crap. Obviously, the Guardsmen were inside the bunker there when it got destroyed by the Eldritch, so they just got wiped outright. Meanwhile, Fufu got super greedy, going for the Immolator Destructor combo with his Warlock, but he was super low, basically tanking the entire IG army. And again, why is he trying to cap right there? Just relax, dude. Stay behind your Shuriken. God. These Stormtroopers absolutely cracked right now. More of these would have been good for Stoned instead of all the upgrades on the Guardsman for sure. But this is the problem with the IG at the moment. This is how they play. They just run around hit and running you with Stormtroopers and Cadishans on the side and then flame the Guardsman side bashing. It's so fucking dumb. There's no actual stand there and fight you and beat you on attrition. I don't know why Stoned is not going tier 3. He has the resources for a fucking Baneblade. No. Has he dropped? Get out of here. This can't be real. Why would he be getting a Sentinel? And he just walked the heavy weapons team in and now he's building a las turret on his base? No, man. And now a Manticore. Dude, he's dropped. Why is this the replay that I am casting? Fuck my life. Guys, I need high-level replays. I'm desperate. So I think Fufu couldn't quite remember this replay or something. I don't know. Someone else recommended it. Clearly Stone just dropped. I don't know when he dropped. Obviously, he needed to get tier 3 and get a Lehman Russ out to have a chance. And he might have... Well, he would have had the time to go for a Lehman into a Kasakin. And I think there would be an option there. Fufu obviously should have got Seer Council a lot sooner. And I think Seer Council with a new heavy melee upgrade, given that he had Warp Spiders in tier 2 for the Haywire, I think he'd have been chilling. And then you're the Warlock, so yeah, you get Falshu's Wing. So you can increase the DPS of your Seers by 25% and speed by 2. That, with a Haywire on a Lehman, is going to kill Lehman very, 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 very fast. So Heavy Bolt with Manticore right now. Killing Guardians. And getting wrecked by Wraith Guard. I mean, that's it. That's the replay. He's clearly dropped. Yeah, I don't know, guys. If you have high-level or even mid-level replays, or you know of people who have mid-level replays, get in the Discord and submit them to me, because I am in a drought right now. Mid-level replays needed today. Alright, Torpid signing out.